The Bukusu have a different way, a unique way of identifying a man as opposed to other communities. For instance, the Bukusu, if you haven't got circumcised, you cannot be allowed to be a man and participate in the various and important aspects in the culture. Another father tries to inquire from his sons about their circumcision, or is now already preparing for them. As they live now, they are going to the end as a way of invitation, in readiness for the ritual. As the Bukusu norms and traditions do dictate. As they say now, they are very happy. This indicates that the culture is very live. It can prevail in the near future. They'll be singing, as you understand that now, this shall only start. The female character was being assigned the way to grow. That's the work. What the Bukus call Hukalakasia. That is the major thing they'll be considering. In any case, they will leave, no return back home. There is a very, very, very important occasion among the Bukusu culture. It is an important ritual and should always prevail because it was started up by our ancestors with the legend Mango, a traditional one. As they now come to the French, our neighbor, now to invite them. As you see, they're very happy and the humiliation is being done. This marks that they have been invited, and that is the very best thing they must do to live. As now the journey from the neighbor starts, they'll be moving straight away back home. On nearing home, their mother cross as a form and a way of inviting her sons back home. Now for the next event to take place. This is the first day of the circumcision process. This is very, very, very interesting. Don't think that, my friend, as they are dancing and singing, it's a way of entertaining, but it's a mandatory matter amongst the tradition. Now the father talks to all the singers, and he therefore tells them that they know. As now, this is the second day of this process of circumcision. Now the initiates have gone with a pot to fetch water. They'll either fetch it in a stream, which is there, and they carry it on the right hand side. And they are being directed by a special person, Omtilingi, who is assigned to do the task. As they fetch water, they are directed, as you see, they'll be neither looking back nor sideways. That is a taboo amongst the Bukusu tradition. They'll be directed on where to pour the water very carefully. Whose rhythm has never changed since the time immemorial. This song is used to shout paradise and embrace bravery, which are the key virtues of manhood among the tradition. They will continue to sing for a bit before therefore leaving to go to the uncle. As I had already told you earlier, at the very beginning, they'll be going now to the uncle. After that, guess what will happen thereafter? That is very, very, very interesting celebration location, the Bukusu. They now live as the insects, accompanied by the singers, are being taken to their maternal mother. So that is to the uncle. And that is very, very important occasion. The circumcised are tomorrow to prove their manhood. As they listen now, they give the mandate to the uncle, who therefore advise the insects who are ready to undergo the ritual. As you see, they have been painted from the head down the chest. This was a very, very clear indication of their upcoming event, which is always very painful. As you see, they have already also been decorated with the necklaces. These are the ones that determine and show that now the man is about to transform from their childhood to adulthood, to what the Bukusu call from Omsinde to Omfulu. The journey from the angle starts with another song of Wasioleo. This is there to witness how the Ilshes will be now proving their manhood in front of the people. As you understand, among the Bukusu, there is no restriction for any person who loves the desire to see and witness. As you see, the other units and cross to welcome ourselves. This thing or session happens on the eve of the circumcision day. After this, as I had already told you at the very beginning, tomorrow will be now the real day of the event. After this day, be very careful as they proceed to sing. After they keep quiet. Now the father educates and guides his sons that they have now come from their uncle, and from the uncle they always given a prize. This prize is to indicate that his father had given dowry. And after that, there must be a prize back as they return home. Now the father inquires from the singers that now the insects will have to retire for a bit before they come back now to continue for the night session. After which they will return back. As you see now, it is late evening. The singers start to sing that this song means that don't see that it's now about and criticize what you heard already, conquered with your parents. Now the ancients are now awakened by another song. They sing. This is the evening. This is always on the evening session. As you see now, the father tells us they are ready now to dance and sing the entire night. Now he gives the mandate to his elder brother who will carry out the practice. This practice, what he's doing, is very important. As now, he's advising them that when they are, after that, they'll be given piece of meat that had been slaughtered from the cow, which is called the lihoni, that had been brought from their uncle. This is a very important thing. They proceed that way as he hands over the traditional dangling bells to the insects. It is followed by a luyha song, as I had told you in the very best beginning. This song is always to shun cowardice and embrace bravery, which are the key virtues in the Bukusu tradition. We continue to sing the entire night until midnight, when they have to retire to the bed, ready for tomorrow. They start to sing another song, Mario Mwana, This song means the flower, let the mother come and bid goodbye and the very best to her sons, and they now prepare for tomorrow's event, which is very painful, and is now the transformation from childhood to adulthood. As you see in the kitchen now, and the heart, the circumcisers are already preparing their nerves. And as I had told you earlier, these nerves are always prepared prior to the onset of the circumcision period, which is always done on the August of the Eve year. Always the Eve year. It could not be done any year, but the Eve year, starting from 1st August to 31st August. Now it is late evening as the father takes. Now he wants the insect to retire to bed. They prepare for the tomorrow's event, which is now very important. It's chilly morning. Now it's chilly morning. We continue to sing that song. Remember, this is the last day of the initiation process. This is the last day of the initiation process. Now the initiate are being. This is the very last and important day of this circumcision session. As you see, they are preparing what we call Namwima. This was a place where, according to the Bukusu tradition, it was believed that the ancestors do dwell there. And therefore, it is very important as the father did now to be ready to prove their manhood. As you see, the circumcisers are now already moving around. They had already prepared their knives, as I had told you earlier. And during this period, the circumcisers were not allowed to engage in any sexual practice whatsoever. This was to keep them in good spirit. They do and practice their work. As you see, the special people who have been secluded now to do their work of mud smearing. This is now in the river. As you see, we have those people who are not allowed to move to that point, because this was the very intriguing part. This is the very intriguing part. As you see, it must be handled with a lot of care. After mud smearing, they'll be put on the head a special grass, not just a grass under the lower dialect they call it luyha. This is an area that connects the ancestral spirit to the insects. The journey from the river starts with yet another old song, whose rhythm has never changed in the time immemorial. The song is used to shun cowardice and embrace bravery, which are the key virtues of manhood. As you see, they use another rope because they believe that the person with the bad eye may be with the son to fear the knife. As you see, the rangers moving around to confirm if everything is very correct. It's very correct. And therefore they come. Finally, you see the insects are now being directed to a special flat ground known as Itiangi, where now the real event is going to take place. As you see, the circumcisers are very ready, doing their work. As you see, they are doing their work very well. In less than a minute, it is over, and the Vasinde graduates to Buffalo. The angle inspects the results, after which the celebration starts. The Vasinde who have graduated to Buffalo have now done it, and they must celebrate. They must celebrate singing the song while it means that they are now free and they've done it and it's now over. That is the very important thing they are doing. Now they are always covered with laces and blankets. These are the gifts that they always given. They approved their manhood. Remember now, these are no longer Abasinde, but they have automatically graduated to Buffalo. They are being helped to sit down slowly. This is because they are still feeling very painful. They are still feeling. As you see, they are being taken around the house. They are being taken around the house. They are being taken around the house. This has got a meaning. This has got a meaning. This has got a meaning. They are being taken around the house very carefully because of course a belief under the Bukusu tradition. This was the first healing process. This was the first healing process, and it was a matter of prayer that the buffalo will have to heal. They will have to heal faster as compared to if the process had been omitted. Movements. This is the third day after the circumcision day. You see, they are trying to return back very early. They are trying that they come back very early, to return very early, because it was a taboo. If they will have to come home very late, there was a price to pay. Where they will do their activities after coming back, they will have graduated from Batembete to Baf. As you see, they are running very fast. Now, as they come from, they prepare. This is on date 12th. This is on date 12th December of every even year that this practice takes place. As you see now, they've gone to the river now to wash themselves because they haven't taken a bath from the day they were circumcised until after this. As you notice, there are a lot of changes, and they are doing that. As you see, their clothes will have to change. They will no longer wear the clothes they had as they began anywhere. That was a taboo. That was a taboo. They now come back. They are singing another song. This means that now the clothes that they had, they will never, under any circumstance, to have it back on their bodies. And they sing that Lelo Mungu Bembia. This is a very good song and meaningful song. They have now transformed it. They have changed it from childhood to adulthood. That is the very important thing. It's very important thing. They will have to eat after they have. That is very important. That occasion must be done. Welcome to episode 2. Welcome to episode 2 after some few minutes. Welcome to episode 2 after some few minutes. Welcome to episode 2 after some few minutes. Marriage in Bukusu is